very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Government admits labour market has been affected by Russia-Ukraine war. Prime Minister Jestha pleases to protect the rights of the workers. Citizenship issue gets center stage in Parliament. Settlers people suffer due to delay in endorsing the bill. Government's capital expenditure stands at 36%. Government faces uphill battle to spend the remaining budget in 1 month. Russia destroys bridge over Ukrainian river. Invading troops out escape route for civilians. And Spain beat Czech Republic to go top of group. Carlos Soler scores third goal for the Spain. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister and President of Nepali Congress Sher Bahadur Deuba has said that the government is not run by Congress alone and therefore he is not in position to do many things that he wanted to do. Prime Minister Deuba also said that the Nepal Trade Union Congress should not make too many demands as the Congress was not the only party in the coalition government. Speaking at the National Conference of Nepal Trade Union Congress, which started in Kathmandu on Sunday, Deuba said that the government was determined to protect the rights of the workers and provide necessary facilities to them. Stating that the constitution and laws of Nepal have ensured the rights of the workers, he said that the government was committed to fully implement them. He added that the labour market has been affected due to the recent Russia-Ukraine war, so in such a situation it is necessary for all the concerned parties to pay attention to solve the problems of the workers. Prime Minister Deuba also reminded that the government has introduced contribution-based social security program for the welfare of the workers working in the deprived and informal sector. Prime Minister Deuba also expressed his commitment to fully implement the Labour Act 2074 and the Contribution-Based Social Security Act 2074. He also said that the government believes that the workers will benefit the most from the Social Security Fund. Chairman of the main opposition party, CPN-UML KP Sharma Oli, has claimed that no party other than his own party can make the country developed, civilized and modern. Chairman Oli also said that the other parties besides UML could not make the country prosperous. Speaking at a function in Kathmandu on Saturday in honor of the artist who helped build public opinion in favor of the party in the local level elections, no other party expect the UML could make the country corruption-free and move forward on the path of development. Chairman Oli said that the UML issued a map covering the territory of the country, opened the border with China and solved the border issue, adding that other parties could not do that. He also warned his party not to tolerate any harm to the country. Chitwan National Park has decided to suspend the jungle safari, jungle walk and other activities inside the park from June 15, citing monsoon arrival. With the monsoon arriving in Nepal and spreading gradually across the country, the park, the first protected area of Nepal for wildlife, decided to shut down these activities to preserve risk and damages triggered by the monsoon rain. Information Officer of the National Park, Ganesh Prasad Tiwari, shared that the decision was taken to prevent damages of forest, track, secure human lives from monsoon-induced disaster and felling of trees. Tourism activities will be closed temporarily until further notice, Tiwari informed. The park has also closed tourism activities including boating in Rapti River during monsoon. Altogether, 159,881 tourists, both domestic and external, visited the park from the beginning of this fiscal year till mid-May, generating over rupees 80 million in revenue according to the park. Jungle safari has been one of the major tourist attraction and highest revenue generator in the park, which is home to 68 recorded species of mammals, 544 species of birds, 56 species of amphibians and reptiles and 126 species of fish. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 21 new cases of COVID-19 across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the number of active cases of COVID-19 has dropped to 150 after 9 people recovered from the disease. So far, a total of 979,137 people have tested positive for the virus in Nepal, while 966,962 people have already recovered. No new death from the virus was reported yesterday. The death toll from the virus remains constant at 11,951. Nepal is currently among top 66 countries affected by coronavirus. USA tops the list with 86.50 million cases, followed by India with 43.15 confirmed cases. The virus has infected more than 535.14 million people worldwide and has claimed over 6.32 million lives. Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Prem Bahadur Ale laid the foundation stone for the arrival terminal building at the Tribhuvan International Airport yesterday. A temporary building will be constructed in view of increasing flow of passengers, said the airport authorities. According to TIA General Manager Premnath Thakur, the terminal is being constructed by the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal. The estimated cost of the project is Rs 50 million with 1 year completion deadline. Bright Multi Construction has been awarded the contract to build 41 meters long and 24 meters wide terminal building. Lack of a Citizenship Act that includes all the citizens has left a section of people in the society stateless. The delay in endorsing the citizenship bill by lawmakers has caused problems for the settlement citizens from availing basic services. A report. There is a major controversy or provision of the Citizen Bill regarding granting citizenship to a foreign woman who marries a Nepali man. The bill, which was passed by a majority of MPs to issue them naturalized citizenship after 7 years, went through the voting process after disagreement in the State Management and Good Governance Committee of the Parliament. Nepali Congress and Madhes-centric political parties had differing views. The Madhes-centric parties are confident that the citizenship bill will be passed with the support Nepali Congress despite differences and also win the help of CPN-UML, which brought the citizenship ordinance. A few days ago, Loktantrik Samajwadi Party submitted an 11-point letter including this issue to the Prime Minister.
अहिले सबैको प्रतिबद्धता देखेको छु इलेक्सनमा त सबैले खुलेर बोले त मलाई लाग्छ अस्ति हामी भेट गर्दाखेरि प्रधानमन्त्रीजीले बजेटपछि हामी यो विधेयक ल्याउँछौँ र पास गर्छौँ भन्ने कुरा गर्नुभएको छ। यो संविधानमा 25 वटा मन्त्रीको व्यवस्था छ। 25 भन्दा 26 गर्न सकिँदैन। अहिले अलरेडी 25 वटा मन्त्री छ भने हामीले अरूलाई निकाल्देऊ हामीलाई भित्र पसाल्देऊ भन्नेको आवश्यक हुँदैन।
The ordinance was brought by KP Oli government before Parliament was dissolved last year. The ordinance included only the issue of granting citizenship to the citizens by birth but did not include the issue of naturalization through marriage. The Madhes-centric parties are confident that they will be supported by KP Oli regarding this matter.
केपी ओलीले अध्यादेशबाट ल्याएको नागरिकता विधेयक संविधानमा जे लेखेको छ त्यही ल्याएको। यो 7 वर्षको शर्त वैवाहिक अङ्गीकृत नागरिकताको 7 वर्षको शर्त संविधानमा छैन। ल अब केपी ओलीले अध्यादेश ल्याए नागरिकता विधेयक बन्ने भयो अब हामी सरकारमा जान्छौँ भनेर केन्द्रीय मधेस केन्द्रित दलहरूले भनेको बेइमानी भने मैले त्यो।
However, after the case of dissolution of the parliament was revoked last year, the then Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli formed a commission to look after the issue. The opinion of the civic leaders on the issue is in favor of having citizenship provision as that of India, where an individual can get naturalized citizenship through marriage within 7 years. It seems difficult for the Congress to garner support from other political and civic leaders on its stance regarding the citizenship issue. And now the news from economic front. government has only spent 36% of capital expenditure as of mid-June in the current fiscal year. According to the report of the Financial Controller General Office, only 39% of the capital was spent till mid-June last year, while 64% was spent by the end of June. However, the current expenditure such as salary has already reached 74%. The government has set a target of spending capital expenditure of rupees 378.977 billion in the current fiscal year but has so far spent only rupees 136.18 billion. In the fiscal year 2018 and 19, the government was able to spend only 36% of the target of 378.97 billion. The government has estimated the capital expenditure to be around rupees 380.38 billion for the upcoming fiscal year. The government has asked the construction entrepreneurs to do the construction work in two shifts to speed up to the project implementation as well as to increase the capital expenditure. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Russian forces have blown up a bridge linking the embattled Ukrainian city of Severodonetsk to another city across the river, cutting off a possible evacuation route for civilians, local officials have said. Russian forces have taken most of the city, but Ukrainian troops remain in control of an industrial area and the Azot chemical plant where hundreds of civilians are sheltering as reported by Al Jazeera. Government of Luhansk Serhiy Haidai said that the Russians had destroyed a bridge over the Seversky Donetsk River linking Severodonetsk with its twin city of Lanchk. Governor of Luhansk Haidai said. Police in India's restive northern eastern state of Nagaland say 30 soldiers have been charged with the killing of 6 tribal people who were mistaken for armed rebels during an anti-insurgency operation last year. Nagaland Police Chief T.J. Longkumar said on Sunday that the soldiers had resorted to disappropriate firing during the operation that killed the 6 tribal men. The police investigation was launched after 13 members of Nagaland's predominant Konyak tribe and a member of security forces were killed in 2 separate incidents in December. The bloodshed began when 6 laborers returning from work in a truck were mistakenly killed by soldiers during an ambush in the state's Mon district. A charges sheet has been filed to prosecute the 30 accused members of the military involved in the killings, the police chief said, adding that the sanction for prosecution is still awarded from the court as reported by Al Jazeera. You are watching Janata Bulletin and now the latest from the world of sports. Spain saw off the Czech Republic as La Resaleda Stadium in Malaga to move into top spot of Nations League Group A2. Valencia midfielder Carlos Soler slotted in from Marco Asensio's pass to open the scoring before substitute Pablo Sarabia doubled the host lead. The 30-year-old tapped in from close range after Barcelona winger Ferran Torres flashed a ball across goal. Spain were dominant, enjoying 72% of possessions, and Sarabia curled another narrowly wide from the edge of the box. The visitors did have chances of their own in the first half, but Vaclav Kernli and Jan Kuchla both failed to convert. Victory for Luis Enrique's side saw them leapfrog Portugal, who were beaten by Switzerland. Erling Haaland continued his prolific international with 2 goals as Norway beat Sweden in an entertaining Nations League Group B4 encounter. The inbound Manchester City forward headed in to open the scoring in the first half and doubled Norway's lead from the spot after the break. It takes him to 20 goals in 21 games and he is just 14 away from being the top men's scorer in Norway's history. The 21-year-old is also set up Norway's third as Alexander Sørloth made it 3-1. That came after Emil Forsberg put one back from the smart finish from Tottenham forward Dejan Kulusevski assist, while Victor set up a nervy finish with another in the 95th minute. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Government admits labor market has been affected by Russia-Ukraine war. Prime Minister Deuba pledges to protect the rights of the worker. Citizenship issue gets center stage in Parliament. Stateless people suffer due to delay in endorsing the bill. Government's capital expenditure stands at 36%. Government faces uphill battle to spend the remaining budget in 1 month. Russia destroys bridge over Ukrainian river. Invading troops cut escape route for civilians. And Spain beat Czech Republic to go top of group. Carlos Soler scores third goal for Spain. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.